Alright, another week, another draft, and today we're going to start by opening up the Dominaria United Draft Booster. We didn't win any of this week's draft, so we're going to open up one of the boosters we already had. So let's see what we have inside, and then after that, we'll go through what we would draft and what pick order it would be in, just to get in a better practice of evaluating cards, because that's definitely a skill we need to work on. So let's see, I do not have this token yet. This is a new token, token legendary creature. Interesting. Is it the double-sided? No. I just found out those double-sideds are worth more. Okay, an island, stained glass island. Mesa Cavalier is our foil. I don't have it in foil yet. Okay, a little underwhelming. Ooh, Caves of Koilos. Alright, Painland. Another full art Painland, so adding to the collection there. Okay, Tatyova. We like this card. We have a couple of those. Founding the Third Path. This one, I mean, you need a lot of things to go right from what I remember in order for that to really work out. Prayer of Binding, that's decent. Removal. Okay, tap land, the Mesa Cavalier in the same set. Aggressive Sabotage, helpful for getting card advantage. Dominaria Geyser, love that card just for bouncing and drawing a card. Basically, you're getting a 2-for-1, which are always good. Tidepool Turtle, this one's a little slow. Jaya's Firenado, that one. That's a bit expensive. Broken Wings. Saw this being mainboarded a lot more. I was surprised by that. And I guess, you know, the artifact aspect of this card is a little bit more redeeming. Also the enchantment, especially if Cruelty of Gix happens to be out. But this was getting me for my flyers, which I'm always hopeful to be able to chip in some damage. Another tap land and Flowstone Kavu, which this is a bit expensive for not having... I mean, it has Menace, but it doesn't have Haste, and it's just a 2/3, and yeah, it's a bit awkward. So yeah, let's order this and figure out what we would draft first and down the line. Alright, so this is how I'm thinking I would have drafted this deck. So I wouldn't have gone with the Painland first. I would have gone with Tatyova, just because I've had a lot of fun with Tatyova, especially when you're going for a little bit of a longer game plan. When you hit that 7th land and it starts becoming a flying 3/3 with Haste, and they weren't ready for that, no flyers on their side, no reach on their side, that can be pretty detrimental. Also, it's cheap, and I do like that, so I do like Tatyova, and I'm putting her out in front. She hasn't disappointed me yet. Then I have Prayer of Binding. Prayer of Binding I just like as a good source of removal. There's no staples to it, or there's no stipulations. You can snap that out with Flash on their turn, and you're getting 2 life on top of it, all that for 4 mana, so I do like Prayer of Binding. Then we're going more into our commons, so then that's where I would pick up the Dominaria Geyser. That'd be my 3rd pick out of this pack, after the first 2. And then I just like Dominaria Geyser so much, that's why I put it in front of the Painland, but then after that I would go for the Painland. After that, we're looking for the card advantage. So we're having to discard and then also do some damage to them. This would go well in the white-black aggro. Then I would put Mesa Cavalier in just because they're somewhat functional. As a flyer, you're getting 2 life. It's a 3-drop. You know, that plays into the go-wide strategy. That I don't know if it plays into the aggro strategy as much, but it's a flyer, so it has the evasion. Then I would put in Broken Wings, and Broken Wings has moved up in my evaluation for the target artifact, but also just there are a lot of flyers in this set that you'd have to deal with, and it's nice to have a response. So I'm starting with that, usually sideboarded, but I've seen it started main deck. Then out of the first pack, I'm putting my my tap lands a little lower on the priority list until I know what colors I want to be in, whether or not I want domain. But that's where I would start to pick these up in this pack if I had to order it like that. Then Founding the Third Path. This one, it's just, there are a lot of nuances with this card that make me not really want it. I mean, I know it has read ahead, so you don't have to go through all of this, but one of the more niche things that I'm thinking this could be used for is maybe in the black-blue deck, where you want to self-mill yourself, and then you can use the 2nd chapter for that. Then I would pick up Flowstone Kavu as just a body, maybe not even something to be included. Then I would pick up Tidepool Turtle, again, just 4 to put it in, 3 to use its ability. All the ability is a scry 1. You know, I'm thinking that doesn't really come into play until real late game, so I don't really want to pick that up. And then Jaya's Firenado. I just, you know, maybe I put this actually a little earlier if I'm a little later in the draft, but depending on my removal status, but I'm not loving this card as my removal. So that's how I'm thinking I'd order that.